And a very good afternoon to everybody at Craven Park today, where we have Ulverston A versus Millom A in the top four final playoff in the Barrow and District Rugby League. Sponsored today by LA12 live streams. Great job by Steve Layfield bringing this week after week for you all to watch over, which is fantastic. So first of all, I'll go through the Ulverston team. We've got Dave John, M6, two hard shoulders at number 1. Joey Blowers and Kieran Potter hitting the wings, with Warren Bolton and Richmond Rawlinson in at centres. Jamie Sandham takes the 6 shirt, the tubbiest little half-back I've ever seen, with impressive Max Nesbitt playing at 7. Max Nesbitt, the guy, when on his day, can really influence a game. Let's hope he's got his head around it today. Props, Steve Richardson and Jack Butler, with Eddie Goodson playing at 9. Eddie's been playing some great stuff in the first team lately. Unavailable tomorrow, which is such a shame. But hopefully he's back again for the week after and stakes his claim for it in the Barton Townley final. Second row, we have Archie Carr and Ryan John, with Charlie Robinson slotted in at 13. We have a great selection on the subs bench. We have Shea Smith, Joe Ward, Andy Benson, James Morgan, Dave Wilson and Cam McBain. And the reason why we've got 19, 20 players, I can't count that far, is Millom did contact us earlier in the week and asked if they'd play up to 20 players. And on days like this, games like this, why shouldn't the youngsters, because a lot of them are just come from 16-year-olds, given the experience of playing out on Craven Park in a final, so we absolutely went for it. I mean, I think it's a great sign that two clubs can put out 20 players each and still have a first team game the day after. So all credit to the coaching staff of Millom and all coaching staff of Ulverston for making this game happen today. Okay, with the whistle, merry whistle in the middle today, we have Craig Mucker-Regan, refereed us a few times before. Cracking referee, cracking lad, takes no mess, and he's there, an absolutely great player as well. I remember Mucker when he was a little skinny winger. I think he was playing at Askham initially, and he just seemed to get bigger and bigger. Ended up playing at second row, and then he actually moved to player, coach and prop at Highpool for a while, where he was down there. At one point we did try and get him to Ulverston, but for some reason, I don't think we're glamorous enough. I'm not too sure. But so Mucker's out there today with a whistle, and hopefully he has a good team. We've also got 2 touches, 2 young guys, so be interested to see how they go on. But interesting today as well, I have a co-host. Today we have Paul Woodburn, who's come along. Paul, what's your visions for today's game, mate?
Well, the way this weather has been going, Al, and thank you very much for this lovely introduction. With the way this weather has been, with the conditions being as is, I anticipate a high-scoring, free-flowing game that's going to be. It's going to be one of them. All due respect to all 34 lads on the pitch. Well, I can't count that high either, but it's going to be a case of tiredness is going to come in, and conditions are perfect for free-flowing, expansive rugby.
Yeah, good point. I expected a bit more mud and hardness out there, but it's got a great carpet of lush green grass, so that'll certainly help during the tackling, Paulie.
Oh, certainly will. Especially when somebody is getting dropped on their back, they'll feel that lovely carpet surface, and it's not going to be a nice soft bed of mud like it would be in winter. I put it that way, Al. So.
I seem to remember you playing in the middle of winter up at Seaton one time, Paulie. I think it's the only time we've ever won a game 2-0. Can you remember that one?
I only vaguely remember nearly drowning after one scrum one time, and it actually collapsed at one point, and Liam Saunders screaming in my ear at one point saying, don't try, do it harder. So I was like, yes, Les, no problem.
That's right, I remember that game. We were at one of the coldest days, and I couldn't believe when we got up there, they actually put the game on, and they had a little submersible pump, a little pump, where they're trying to pump water off the pitch in some of the places.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I always remember you got absolutely whacked in the nose, and I came on, I think I was doing a bit of a medical role then, and all he heard from you was getting up and you went, "They hurt my nog in the nog."
Well, I wasn't lying in that regard. It did hurt, and I'm not, I'll admit when I'm hurt or something like that, but not admit when I'm majorly hurt, that kind of deal. There's more like one story of one time where one guy thought that he was going to get like a big massive handshake kind of thing. For all he knew, he was going to try and squeeze it. So his first instinct was to get into a little secret trick where he dislocates the guy's thumb, and the guy whose thumb was dislocated just turned and looked at him. He just broke my thumb.
Fantastic, Paulie, fantastic. So you've played for a few clubs, haven't you, Paulie? You've been, I can't say the word, but a bit of a loose person around the clubs. Who have you played for now?
Ooh, we'll talk. Do you want to go under 18s or just open age and that kind
Just
of
open
thing?
age, please. Just
Well
open
done,
age.
because if it was over 18s or whatever like that, we'd be here all day. If that was the case. Bruce Pioneers twice, Ulverston twice, Dalton. Technically, I'm signed on for Dalton, but I haven't played for him, so technically, I'm saying only once. And I played an open age game one time for Millom, ironically, of all clubs, when they were desperate at one point. So, if you count all that, that's technically 4 clubs.
And what about rugby union? Any clubs there?
Hawcock Rugby Union, and I've also, I think I might have pulled a shirt on for Furnace a time or two.
So there we go. We've got 6 from 4. We've got to 6 straight away, Paulie.
6
I
clubs.
I don't know. Shocking behaviour. But where does your loyalty really land? And that's a loaded question.
Ooh, one I'm going to have to very, very carefully answer in that regard. My heart's always going to be Ulverston in that regard because I was born and bred there. I remember all a manner of who's who of Ulverston players going there. Guys like Derek Hadley, Martin John, all those kind of fellas who, like it or not, absolutely tore up the scene at Ulverston for years and years. Growing up, you couldn't help but acknowledge and admire them. But at that same token, I've got a huge amount of respect for every other club that through the benefit of playing for them or misuse of me, put it that way. But it's like once you see a different side of the fence, it's a different kind of matter. But hearts for hearts, I am still an Ulverston
We
boy.
knew that. It was a totally loaded question. But
I
I totally get what you say, though. You know what I mean? It's just like moving a job. It's like moving else. You move to another club, and another set of great lads you come across, another set of great committee members who do the damnedest for nothing all year round.
Absolutely.
And it's one of these things. When I was a player, you didn't really think of it. But when you think of it now, because I'm a tad bit older, you realise that these committees are allowing you to play rugby. You're not playing rugby for the club or the committee. The committee and the club are allowing you to play rugby league. And it's just really important that the players understand that. And it isn't a favour for them coming out in the park. It should be an honour.
Oh, it is, because, well, as I've gotten a little bit older myself, not quite as much of a silver fox as yourself, Mr. Moses.
Thank you very much.
Well, as I'm learning about that time, you get to that point where I kind of thing where I felt at 15 or 16 or whatever, I was just a kid who thought I knew the world, and really I knew nothing. But then now that I'm older, and some might say wiser, some might say a bit dapper.
Some might.
Well, hence why I said so. Hence why I prefaced it with some might. But the more I've come to realise that rugby league is such a privilege to play as a game.
Absolutely.
You make a bunch of friends for life. That people don't know you down the street. Without sounding a bit too big-headed, because people know me, kind of deal.
Well, you've had a few high-profile things that happen in your life with boxing and Gareth Hock and people like that, which is people who remember. Anyway, we'll get back to the games, Paul. We'll have another conversation too, just for people as well who are listening tonight. At half-time, I've got Paul Creary, Crester. He's going to come and have a few words. We've got a few questions we're going to put to him and see where it goes. A couple of serious ones and then maybe a couple of jovial ones to see if we can get him giggling a wee bit. So
we've got to get him comfortable, because it's been quite a stressful season for Barrow Rugby, to be fair, in most respects.
Well, it has, and one of the questions has been how has he kept himself motivated from last season, which was on a crest of a wave, to this season, which has been a real slog.
Well, I can kind of not predict, but I can kind of predict what kind of answer that Paul Creary might give.
Well, let's see what he says. But let's get back to the game, Paulie.
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay, here we go.
Let's get to it.
So Millom looking to kick off. Ulverston get himself spread. Chitter chatter going out there with Max Nisbet just calling people into position. Probably going to go deep with this kick first of all. And Millom kick off. Here we go. Jamie Sanham letting the ball bounce. Letting it bounce again. Ooh. My God. And that was a real bad error. This is where Paulie, straight away we put ourselves under pressure.
Yes, and unnecessarily so. You're going to make sure in those circumstances, you're going to make sure you're 100% committed to the decision you're going to make, whether to tap the ball down, pick it up and then go, or pick it on the full. You've got to make that commitment, and unfortunately Ulverston didn't on this exchange.
Okay, so Ulverston under pressure straight away within the first minute or so of the game. Once again, this is the final of the top 4 playoff. Ulverston winning the league this year, which was great news for the team. Here come Millom, attacking the left-hand side of Ulverston, and on the outside, checking back in. Good defence. Oh, and a knock-on as well by Millom. There, good recovery there. Good recovery.
Excellent riposte there from Ulverston. Now that's just going to be showing like the attitude is going to be similar to this game. You've got to get your defence, you've got to get your attitude. Everything has got to be spot on. And to be fair, they've responded brilliantly.
Yeah, I think it was Richard Rawlinson who was the first man in there who gave the aggressive tackle, and that's just exactly what was needed. So, okay, let off. Nesbitt to put the ball into the pack. Rawlinson taking the ball away, beats the first man. Takes 2-3 Millom defenders to bring him down. Goodson at 9. Looking up. Wee man taking the ball in. Got to drive hard. That's one of the holes, Paul, isn't it? At the back of the ruck.
This is where you're going to rely on guys like Wee man, who has been there and done that for years and will blast holes in defence every single time. He's fantastic in that regard. Always love playing alongside him.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Charlie there, just driving the ball in. Charlie Robinson played for good first team. Jack has got the ball in one hand. He needs to be carrying that in both hands. He does not want to be doing that, Mr.
That was
Butler.
a bit of a heart in the mouth moment there, wasn't
Mr. Butler. Yeah, not playing Super League. Oh, that's a good defensive tackle.
Solid defence. It's just as I was saying before, Alan, it's just about like attitude and commitment to defence and attack. And you've got to turn that kind of thing into...
Nisbet with a good kick down. Well taken by the... Oh, what a good tackle as well. Millom fullback, scooped that ball up well. Once again, Rawlinson in for the defence. Really done well. And in again. Great stuff.
He's an
aggressive
little object, isn't he?
He's having a great start to the game.
That's 3 tackles on the bounce. Oh.
Okay, it's now he needs to peel off and get back to his place. Brilliant work. Lads will cover him. We need to get back in position. Oh, once again, high shot. We can't be doing that.
I think it was offside in that regard.
Was it offside?
Yeah, I think so.
It? Offside, yeah, you're right, Paulie.
I'm going to say again, just those little details you've got to keep an eye out for, because, well, with the conditions how it is, it's going to be extremely tiring. And again, like I said, you just got to pay attention to those little details. Yeah,
you're right, Paulie. When we've said this many times on here, it's these little 1%ers that you get right, and all of a sudden the 10%ers, because you've done 10 things right, and that changes a game.
Absolutely.
Great defence by Ulverston there. Warren Bolton in there. Looks like RJ's in there, and Jamie Sandham. Goodson in there, first man tackling well. Sandham round the legs, controlling the ball. Little knock on, he never saw it though.
Some good solid defence again there from Ulverston, and they get it through, and that Jamie Sandham leading and talking them around the park. Let's see how the defence man's up there. Excellent.
Yeah, Max Nesbitt just following him across the park. And as he starts trying to straighten up, picks up well. Scoot from Max in half back. Well done,
solid one-on-one there.
There's such a skinny lad, he can half tackle that lad. He's got to hit that Jim though. Keeps it every time. Now this is where, as you know, Paulie, 5 yards off the line, a big lad takes a lot of stopping.
Of course. Well, I've been on the receiving and the defensive side of things. And Ulverston have told it again with their defence. Fantastic there.
Yeah, just came off the line well. Knock on by Millom, really a bit of a forced error. Unforced error, should I say. There was no real pressure on him, just maybe a low pass and a poor take. But once again, we'll take that one. Ulverston bringing it away. Sorry if we can't get all the names right on these tonight, guys, because we're up in the stands and my eyes aren't great. And Paul is.
Oh, they've never been great.
We can tell that's Wee Man though. You can tell it's him just from. There's 2 in the ball. Two in. Play on.
Play to the whistle. That's going to be rough. Again, like you were saying before, all those 1%ers. When you get 10 times of that it'll be 10% of the things that you do. And right now, Millom are proving that right this moment. Let's see what Ulverston can respond with.
So Ulverston marking the line. Here it comes. Millom hitting the Ulverston left. Out tackle. Good defence, good tight defence. Just got to keep hold of him. Hold him up, boys, hold him up. Oh, my word, gentlemen. Oh, my word, gentlemen, that's not where we should be. Steve Rich here. Hands on his hips, and then you got Max Nisbet next to him. Just dive between the pair of them. It's when we're on the line like that. One of the ways you can defend that is that the guy who is playing the ball can't obviously score the try. He's got to play it. So standing just to the side of him, because you won't be offside because you're on your line, is a way of making sure that a defender doesn't get through.
Oh, of course.
Or they're acting half, sorry, should I say. Acting
Acting half and the A defender, they're all the same kind. They're all in that same kind of bracket, though, when you boil down to how well you're going to control around the markers, around tight, especially around goal line defence. So, and unfortunately, Millom exploited that bit of a gap in between and a bit of a lull in concentration.
Yeah, so a bit of a game up to now, guys, of errors, to be honest. Millom having the best of the ball, really, in Ulverston's half. Just need to cut some errors out, and hopefully we'll get some good completed sets and get some good yardage.
Well, like that thing you pointed out before, though, Al, we've been in those kind of situations many times where, sometimes a try might go against you in the first 2 minutes, and how do you respond? Because, well, there's 78 other minutes left in the game, So I would tell Ulverston, don't panic, get things under control, little things around there, concentrate on those little bits and pieces, and things will come good. Yeah,
well said. So this is where we need Max and his bit round the sticks, really talking to his team, really telling him what he needs to do.
As any good halfback should.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that was a little for Ulverston. Considering we saw this guy before the game, slotting him over from the touchline. Maybe he kicked all his good ones.
There's a difference between practice and real action.
So that's Millom 4, Ulverston 0. 10 minutes into the game. No real stoppages yet, really, for those who are just joining us. Wee man gives us a wee wave. Couple of errors, both sides, really. Unforced errors as well. So just need to get our edge back in this game. So Nisbet kick the ball this time. Once again, this is where we should be going deep. We don't need to do any contested kicks at the moment. Good deep kick, good chase required. Let's see what we've got then. Let's see how this chase goes.
And let's see what Millom has to offer on that first carry up, because that first carry up is sometimes the most vital one throughout the whole game. Ooh.
So everything about a long kick that I just said, we did exactly the opposite.
Completely subverted your expectations.
It just shows how much I know about this game, guys. A good defence by Ulverston. But no, seriously, on things like this, you want to make it a deep, horrible, awkward kick. I can see what Max was trying to do there. He's trying to drill it and make it an awkward one towards the touchline. Good defence there by Ulverston.
Definitely.
Rocked the Millom's body.
I definitely get where Nisbet was coming from, and I appreciate the sentiment because, well, sometimes more often than not, you need to try one or two different things in a rugby league match that might catch the opposition off guard. But on this exchange, Millom knew what they were doing.
Jimmy Sandon and Jack Butler out there doing the defending.
Rushing out there.
Came Charlie Robinson there, looking for it. He was looking for a spot.
Oh, Millom appealing for 6 more, but not happening on this exchange.
That fullback certainly runs well. He certainly runs well.
He sliced through him like butter. Well gathered in defence there.
Good covering there by Charlie. Even though he never actually got him, he made him check and come back inside where the other guys could get him. But real good play by that.
Asked him out to the side where he couldn't slice through the middle.
And there's another forced error.
Always expect it. You've got to always expect a rugby ball, even if it might be bouncing all sorts of horrible directions.
Wish I had some details on these Millom lads. I'm sorry, we just didn't get time to do that before the game. But hopefully, if you guys are watching up in Millom and parents of this fullback who looks a young lad, wow, yeah, like it.
Real an aggressive, slicing running style, almost Billy Slater-ish. Don't want to big up the big lad's head a bit too much, but when you think slicing fullbacks running through him, you think guys like Billy Slater. In fact, I've just been WhatsApp the team sheet list for Millom, and this young lad in question is called Owen High. No relation to Gary or anything like that.
Oh, here comes a ball. He nearly hit the camera. That was Nisbet.
Oh, one day.
I think that's because I gave him a bit of a bollocking before the game.
I'll tell you one thing, I won't be making an American footballer anytime soon.
No. Well, if a ball comes this way again, Paul, it's your job to throw yourself in front of that camera.
Yes, boss.
It's a bit. Pass on to Archie Carr. Driving in. Goodson at 9, looking up. Who's coming? Charlie, that's who's coming. Steps 1, steps 2. Just picked up, just dragged down by the shirt of the Millom number 6.
Excellent darting run
Goodson,
there from Charlie
9.
Robinson.
Jumps a blind. Oh,
no.
Loose pass. It was, Eddie knows that it's got to be crisp passing from there. Just got away from him a bit. Fell behind the back of Steve Rich. Steve Rich apologising, but Steve, you got nothing to apologise for there. Just a loose pass. But, with the amount of ball that the 9s and 7s have in the game, percentages, they're gonna do a couple of bad ones. That's just the way it goes.
It's bound to happen, and this is one of those exchanges where
and I can see gorgeous Johnny Hutton walking down here.
Oh, so subtly tanned.
Oh yes, sun tanned, straight from Ibiza.
Beige ain't going to age.
Millom taking the ball away.
Oh, some aggressive defence there from Ulverston.
And we've got gorgeous Johnny Hutton turned up with his sunglasses on. All the ladies will be happy now.
I wonder where more of the estrogen brigade were coming from there, Al. So.
Ryan John just giving the guy a taste of the carpet. Here comes a 7. Oh, running in like a loose forward. Quick play of the ball. Right, what Olsen got? What we got?
McPherson, arguably the most dominant player this
really took the line up there, Eddie. If you see it, but he went up on his own because he went a bit quicker than the other guys. And it's not him. The other guys need to speed it up a bit.
They speed it up, and not only that, cut off their options so that they narrow it down to just one, but they just need to carry the ball up themselves, which he did on this exchange, which caught Keane by surprise there.
There we go. Kick by Millom. Chip over the top. Just needs to be scooped up, this. Oh! The M6 dropped it.
Well, you know what the difference is between Dave John and the M6? You can turn off the M6.
Yeah, we need one of them signs up, don't we, to put a cross on it. But yeah, Dave John M6 because he's got 2 hard shoulders.
Oh, I'm probably being a little bit harsh when I'm saying that, but
no, he will kick himself for that, mate. He's better than that. He knows he is.
He is, and that's that point.
He'll really kick himself for it. But once again, it's another unforced error, isn't it?
Absolutely. But in that regard, though, when we were talking about percentages, about players, about that, it's about how Ulverston respond to those kind of, bits of things not going their way, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. And good tackle there by Nisbet coming in. Jack Butler covering the ball at the top. Goodsome's down low. Here come Millom again. Got the shape, got the numbers. Loose pass. Just need to kill the ball. Just need to kill it. And a knock on, yes. Once again.
Knock on, I think, yeah.
Once again, errors from both sides, spoiling possession. But once again, you could just see that Millom have had certainly the lion's share of the ball and the lion's share of the yardage as well.
Yes, and Ulverston, it's not even necessarily what Millom are doing, although Millom are, for the most part, doing the basics right. Is that Ulverston are, like I said, just having them tiny lapses in concentration. Like, you might have a little bit of a look at the defence. You might have overrun the line wrong or something like that. But again, it's how Ulverston respond to those, and let's see what they can come up with.
Good run again by Rawlinson. Goodson at 9. Weeman deciding which way he's going to go. Going to take up the blind. Got to power them legs, Weeman. Oh, nice step. Oh, just got your bootlaces, sunshine.
He has done that to me God knows how many times. I feel that young lad's pain now.
Charlie.
One of his angling inside runs. He's a handful to stop, this boy,
He is, yeah. As I say, Paulie, I tell him every week, pre-season, that's the way to do it, Eddie. Just got to go, though, mate. Don't dither, just go, son. Nisbet slots in at 9. Looks for Richardson. Oh, nice ball, nice flat ball. Good tackling, good run. Good tackle by the
running. Just a bit of a shame that there was no little bit of a push and support there for him. So, to make a bit of an option out there. But with the conditions and that, I understand that.
Sandham, I want to say it's an intelligent kick, and it was.
It was.
I've never known him to do that, ever. Intelligence and Jamie Sandham just do not go together. Leadership does. He's a good leader.
Well, sometimes, though, you need those kind of leaders that just follow by example, not necessarily through intelligence.
Come up in 10-15 minutes and we'll get you on here. So here come Millom, out of their own half. He's passing on, a good solid hit by Richardson.
That's what you love to see. Two aggressive front rowers just having a go.
That trumpet player can half tackle at times. Millom moving the ball well.
Oh,
We've got to stop him.
a bit out wide in defence. Ulverston there. Oh, well done with that.
That was Ryan John. You know what, Ryan John, I know he's slightly portly nowadays, but that boy could run, and he can run.
He can. He's very quick off. He's very quick off the 5-yard line, especially when queues for the pie shop are around that point. There used to be always competitions between me and him about who could get to the pie shop first, and 9 times out of 10 he beat me in that regard.
Well, I can't believe that, Paulie. With all due respect. Good little tussle there between Owen High, I think his name was, as we said, and Eddie Goodson there, really locked into each other.
You need those kind of things to test a team's mettle to see who's got the big stuff to be able to see the game through. Oh no, again, little lapse in concentration, knock on.
It's not really flawed. Well, the flaw, if there's any flaw at the moment, has been Millom's way, but even for them, it's not really flawed. We've not had many completed sets of 6.
No, not really.
So now we just need to, I think that'll be something Mike Worrell will be making the changes. I think this is Shea Smith coming on. Shea is an absolute superstar of the era of Ulverston rugby. He really doesn't care about anything. Just loves Ulverston to pieces and will fight to the last drop of blood. But normally gives about half a dozen penalties away and drops 3 or 4 balls. No, he's not high.
No, I think it was more Mucker got swayed by the crowd's reaction there more than all else, really. I think it was more like maximum, like round the collarbone, that kind of thing.
So here we are tonight, guys, and it's 4-0 to Millom. As you say, it's been a bit of an error-strewn game up to now, but there's no lack of effort. Certainly no lack of effort from both teams. Some good stuff up to now, as we said before, from Owen High at full-back for Millom. I like the way he's been running really well, and some of their pack are going well as well. For Ulverston at the moment, in defence, we've had some good stuff from Charlie. We've had some good work from Eddie, and Rollinson as well out on this side, on the left-hand side defence, has shown well.
And first and take, a solid defence meeting in there.
There we go again. So Shea Smith on the legs.
Two people down.
Top. Back to one. That's his penalty he's given away straight away. What did he say? Yeah.
Well, you do know a little bit about rugby league, believe it or not, Al. Or more accurately, you know people. No, another penalty.
Just trying to slow the game down. I can see where they're going now because it's no more tackles. By giving a penalty straight. I've just got to be careful of any yellow cards coming. Not surprised that Mike Rose made a few changes.
No, especially with how muggy these conditions are, you got to maintain it. And like you were saying at the start of the game, Al, it's actually quite a shrewd move on both clubs' part to probably have 20 people on the
there we go. Easy
try there for Millom. Played the numbers game to their advantage.
Yeah, This is a frustrating bit, and it did with the first team the other week. We had a break in play there. Therefore, there's no reason why we shouldn't have been counting heads and saying, I've got him, and you count up, make sure you're on the inside shoulder of your attacker. And then as you come up, you can then drift out. And that didn't take place. There was no real counting of heads, and there was no drift out. And as soon as that fails, then you've got an overlap, and that's what happened. So, well-worked try by Millom. Ulverston, just a little bit naive there in the defence.
Just a little bit, yes. And Millom knew what to do around that point. Once they settled down and concentrated a little bit, they knew what they needed to do in that regard. And first tackle, there you go. A try scored. And down to you'll know according to my team sheet that I've been given, Leighton French.
Leighton French. He sounds an awesome rugby player. What a name!
I know.
Real Aussie name, like Leighton French.
Leighton French. I mean, not as cool as Fui Fui Moi Moi or all due respect, Leighton.
I can't even say that. Anyhow, I've just been looking down before. Ollie Wilkes, he's going to come up and give us a few words a little bit later. Played his first game for Ulverston the other week, first time in 4 years. And, we said beforehand, and he was so honest, and that's a good kick by Millom.
Sliced it right down the middle. Nice. Lovely kick.
So that's lovely kick from Kim McPherson. So, yeah, we're saying, I had an interview with Ollie Wilkes beforehand, and he was really honest and open about one of the key reasons for coming back down to play rugby at Ulverston. And one of them was, he's not hidden it, it's his mental health issues. And it's all about people need camaraderie at times. People need a team around them. They need to feel part of something. And if you're that sort of person, and a lot of us are, and you don't have that, then you have something missing in your life. And so, Ollie came down just to coach and train. And all of a sudden he started enjoying his training, he was enjoying his coaching, and he got fitter and fitter. Then he was like, I'm going to have to play. And he played last week, and he did not look out of place one little bit. He lifted the team. He scored a great little try. Some of his defensive, he was absolutely banging them around the park. And he's a guy in his 40s, But, if you're fit enough and you've got you're mentally strong, age is just a number. So anyhow, we'll speak to Ollie. Max Nesbitt just kicking off again. Millom scooping the ball up and taking away. Good defence by Ulverston. There's some good defensive work going on here, Paulie.
There is some excellent defensive work going on, Alan. It's just, like you were saying, just some little bits where Ulverston are getting a little bit naive around the edges, especially when that last try that just came in before. But yeah, I can't fault the effort and I can't fault the commitment that's been going on around this point. It's just them little bits of concentration.
Yeah, and that's, I think, where I was coming from. You said it much better than I did. The effort and the commitment is there. Technically and tactically sometimes, like you say, we just lose it a touch.
Yes, and that's where someone like Jamie Sandham needs to be a bit more assertive. I mean, I'm not saying he isn't assertive, but he needs to tell people a little bit more what they need. He needs to tell people a little bit more what they need to hear, what they want to hear in that kind of regard.
So it's a Millom kick. Here comes M6. Oh, he's done it again. He is going to kill himself for this one. You know what? Fullback's a horrible position. I've played it a few times, and it is horrible. Yeah. Anyhow, so it's Millom ball. So yeah, we're just. I said to you before, we've got Ollie Wilkes down here. He's just turned up here to have a few words. Ollie, a few errors out there.
Yeah, it's a bit scrappy to start off with. I'm not sure on what Millom have got out there today. I don't know if they've got any first teamers in or out, but a few of them look pretty sharp.
Yeah. Well, what we've got out there for Millom is basically the A team. We won't be one or two fringe players, but 16s out there.
Oh wow, some big lads. They breed them big in Millom, don't they? Yeah, they are dominating at the minute. I think Ulverston need to up the game a bit, and they've got some good D going on at the minute, but I think they need to improve in a few areas if they're going to get some points on the board.
Yeah, we were just saying this before. It's the effort's there, the commitment's there, but tactically and technically, we're just losing a bit in defence.
Yeah, well, we've forced an error there as well. That's a positive, but yeah, technically, I think it's something I've seen, not just in the A team, in the first team, where there's not a lot of shape, not a lot of options, but all the effort's there and the D's there, and it's decent D, but without any options in attack, if you're going one out rugby, you're going to get mullered, and against a physical side like Millom, you're going to struggle. So hopefully they can put a bit of shape out there and hopefully get some points.
So let's talk about the first team. Let's talk about your game last week. We had a little chat before, and your biggest fear was embarrassing yourself. How do you think you went?
Well, I went long enough to embarrass myself, was I? But I did about 30 minutes, and I enjoyed it. To be fair, a couple of top of the shoulder contacts, and just I said before the game, I've come down here to run hard and tackle hard because I don't want to embarrass myself. So I thought I did that. So I didn't come off the field unhappy, but I'm unhappy with my own personal fitness. That's a bit way off at the minute, but hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be all right.
Look, I think you're being really hard on yourself there, mate. So I can give you some feedback from a lot of people who are watching down the line there. And the lift that you give to the team who are out there was something we could all see. So, do not underrate your game. So you're looking forward to the next couple of games, are you?
Home games, yeah. I'm putting my name forward for next Saturday, if there is a game. Is it next Saturday? Yeah. I think. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the weekend. Oh, is that next weekend, Battentown?
Well, so next week we have Springview at home, and that's like the last game of the season. Then we have 2-week break. Then it's the Barton Townley final.
Right. Yeah. So it will be the next week, and then the Barton Townley final. Then because I won't be obviously just the break. So yeah, I'll get the last two games in there.
Oh, that's brilliant news. That's great news for us all. Any word on Barry Pio? Do you think he went last week as well?
Yeah, it was all right when he ran the ball straight. He was too busy showing off his muscles, fending people off. But God, he's an immense piece of meat, and he was handing people off for fun. And physically, he's just like leaps and bounds above anybody else on the field.
I can tell you one thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Ollie, but I could tell.
It's all right, Paulie. You join in.
I just wanted to wait for your conversation to come to some kind of natural close, but I felt the sting of one or two of Barry Pugh's handoffs, and it's like they're getting a telephone pole, bashed right into your nose.
Yeah, because his arms are about as big as a telephone pole. Yeah,
I would say they're about as big as my head, but
No, they're not that big, Paulie. Come on.
Yeah, but then I don't want to give Barry too much credit.
Yeah. I haven't been working that hard in the gym.
No, Ollie, honestly, it's really great to have you back down. I know it's a big lift for the lads, and you just keep enjoying it. And while you're enjoying it, you want to keep going.
Yeah, well, that's it. And it was that lift that people were talking about. I felt that myself, and I've seen a couple of games before, and when I was playing, you could feel that. Look, when you bring someone in who's experienced, it does give people a lift. And if that's what I do by coming down, well, that's all I need to do, and that's what will make me happy. But if I can offer some more, I'd like to score another try. Another one. No, joking aside, yeah, I've enjoyed it, and I'm glad that my input's made a bit of a difference.
Well, thanks very much for coming up, Ollie, and sharing it with us. And who's this little fella?
This is my son Archie. Do you want to talk?
Archie, do you want to say hello, Archie?
Can you say hello?
Hi.
That was Archie, one of the next Ulverston Rugby League players.
He's got little to say.
Next
He's already
superstar
said
coming
most of his
through.
words anyway.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we'll get back to the game. So Millom once again,
Right.
pegged on Ulverston's line, whipping the ball across. Good defence. Oh, good offload. Now there we go. Owen's made his first mistake.
He
He
did. He made his first mistake, and that was off some excellent crash running right into the defence there to make Owen make that snap decision. And unfortunately for him, that decision proved costly. Now, great to see Ollie come up about here, and great to hear of his story coming back to playing the game of rugby league and wanting to fulfil a sense of purpose about himself. And I'm extremely glad for him. I hope that he carries on a game or two, and he's happy within himself, like he was saying before.
So let's get it right, okay? Believe it or not, it's my birthday tomorrow, Paulie.
Happy birthday!
Tomorrow. I know you can't believe it. I'm actually 58 tomorrow. How old is that? It's far too old. However, I tell you now, if I was still had the fitness, and if I didn't have arthritis in my feet and things like that, and gout and a knackered neck, and yeah, I'd still want to play. I'd still want to play. It just doesn't leave you. And when you realise you've got probably one last snap at it, one last chance, you've got to grab it with both hands, and that's exactly what Ollie Wilkes has done.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest, and this is me being in an extremely candid mode here, Al. Hearing your side of things about what Ollie was going through, and I mean, I knew he had some struggles with mental health issues, and as have many people throughout this country, especially in times of crisis like this. But it's getting to that point for myself where you're thinking to yourself, well, if he's doing it, why can't I? I mean, I admit I've gone through a bit of a slump myself, not necessarily depression or anything, but like losing a sense of purpose, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But look, Paulie. We've said this a number of times now over the years, especially things like our boxing dues, where we've lost some. Sorry, this is getting a little bit depressive, but we have lost some wonderful, wonderful human beings and far too young. It's all right not to be all right.
Of course,
and
not just young people like these fine athletes playing out here right this moment in time, but older people as well. Like I said, it could be any walk of life that people could be losing their sense of purpose. Maybe that's why they're a little bit hamstrung and not sure what to do with themselves, that kind of thing. And like I said, on the brighter side, I'm extremely happy to see Ollie coming back into the fold.
So let's get back to the game there, but well said, Paulie. So it's Ulverston play the ball, we're camped right in the middle of line. We need to get something out of this. Nisbet out the back, big long pass. It's got to be a big long pass.
Oh, short one. Robinson was close.
He had a two-man overlap there, just couldn't see it. Short pass.
Oh no.
Gone backwards, we're okay. Nisbet steps one, step two, dives for the line.
Just held up some excellent cover defence from Millom.
Look at our left-hand side here, Paulie.
I know. And
they're going to go the wrong way. They're going to go the other way.
No.
He's dived.
He's
got his way through.
He's got his way through. And
who's under there? Who is it? Who's down there?
Oh, well, things are getting a little bit tasty.
Oh, he's a bluey.
Nothing wrong with that. A bunch of young men just laying off a bit of steam. Why not?
spices it up a wee bit.
It
Nobody really
does.
gets hurt and nobody gets sent off.
I mean, I know rugby league's been a bit sanitised as of recently, especially over the last 10 years, that kind of thing, but sometimes there's nothing that gets a game going more than just a little bit of edginess to it.
The problem we've got now, we don't know who scored.
No, we don't.
I haven't got a clue who scored.
I don't, because I had a huge pile of bodies that's been all around and I couldn't tell who was who. And because normally you'd have an indicator of who it was when people are slapping their back of whoever scored. But,
yeah, they're all slapping each other's faces.
There's a little bit of handbags between them made it complicated as to who scored for Ulverston in this exchange. Millom just switched off in defence around there.
A little bit of a telling off going on. I think Shea might be involved somewhere down the line. Possibly.
Would I be lying if I said this surprised me ever since?
First to put his hand up every year for the boxing, he'll fight anybody, and he gets beat by everybody.
Well,
he's won one, I think. I think he won one. I can't remember.
I think he's won two. I think he's won
two.
He
beat Scott Houston.
Sorry,
Scott Houston. Oh, Scotty boy.
Sorry, Scott.
No, I think he's at a wedding today, so I don't think he'll be. Watching it.
Ah, well.
But he normally
if he's going to be watching this in the future, apologies in advance, Scott.
Nah,
it is true.
Sod him.
Oh, come on, trying to do the old.
No,
good
he's a
cop,
good lad, Scott. Well, he got beat by Shea. Anyhow, yeah. Well, we'll just one last thing, I'll say, and then we'll come off, the mental health thing, and just one last thing for people in general. If you're asking if somebody's okay and they say, yeah, I'm fine, just ask again. Just ask again in a very genuine way, and you might get a slightly different answer which could lead somewhere. And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave that there.
Well,
nice kick by Nisbet. Puts it over. Ulverston 6. Walney 10. We are on our mighty way. Just shows up, Paulie, when we had a clean set.
Yes.
We had a decent clean set. We made some good yards. I think there was a penalty in there against Millom, so we went again. We got to the line, and whilst Weeman was screaming for the ball down the left-hand side,
he was.
With a two-man overlap.
I'm surprised he hasn't shouted himself hoarse.
Well, he probably has.
That might make
more
it
like a donkey. Shut himself, don't know.
I won't tell him.
Yeah. So, but then, from acting half-back, not the prettiest of tries, but they all count. Good stuff, Ulverston.
Sometimes the ugliest of tries can prove the most precious of things that you can ever get on a rugby pitch, Al. So, and this would be no exception. Hopefully that might get Ulverston a little bit more momentum going forward.
Here we go. Nisbet, clean. Oh, shit, Smith. Go on, Tiger. Oh. Got done, and the Millom crowd cheer.
But he
still made 15 metres up.
Oh, and Eddie caught the caught the defender's
really,
marker. Caught the marker defenders napping a bit there.
Weeman again. Could go again, Weeman. Benno.
Oh my lord.
Superstar Benno. He's boxed as well. He's a good lad.
Yes, he has done. Granted, his first fight looked like a Charlie Chaplin film, but I can't knock his effort for that one.
Good one. Back inside.
And now going on one of his darting, arching runs.
Just running hard. Good defence there. Not scared to take them on. Rawlinson at 9. Takes them on.
Well, let's see what Ulverston. Let's see if Ulverston could conjure us a piece of magic in that regard there.
There he is. Here he is with the ball. Step nicely. Go on. Chip and chase. That's perfect. Perfect.
Oh, what I was saying about that.
And a knock on. He forced that.
Oh, I would have said knock on.
Mucker. Come on, son.
Like an inspired piece of play there from Nisbet. Like I was saying about that little bit of magic, and unfortunately, it was a magic trick that Mucker just didn't quite see in this exchange.
That was a nice little play there. Nice little play.
It was. Now let's see how Ulverston respond to that one there. Because it's like the old thing, you've got to play to the whistle.
So you've got Cam McBain who's come on. Sorry about this, guys. I can't tell everybody's numbers from up here. The light's on as well. The numbers seem to blur together. So if I'm not calling you out players, please excuse us for that. There you come, Millom. I can see them down this side because they're close to us. Great defence.
You can see
great defence.
You can see Millom start to
McBain in there. Wilson in there. Really
down
going hard. Good work. And a step. And a slice kick. Right then, guys. This is the hard one.
Very awkward kick. That
one.
Not played that. One would argue not played that.
Fifth and last, yeah. Well done, Mucker.
Fifth and last not played that in that exchange.
Yeah.
So.
Well done, Weeman.
Coming up with a smart comment as ever.
Nisbet dominating this game. I think you can hear me. Okay, so Ulverston play the ball. Just
a
on
more
the
accurate
40 metre
assessment could be Nisbet starting to take this game by the scruff of the neck, but
I'll
let a bit of artistic license.
Drives hard, beats a first one, bounces off him, takes 3
that
Millom
was
defenders
excellent.
to pull him down. Here comes Goodson at 9. Looking out, what we got. Rawlinson driving it in. Okay, now let's get some shape, Ulverston.
Starting to drop a defender or two here was Millom. Starting to get a bit tired themselves around the markers.
Ooh, careful,
that was
boys.
risky.
Oh,
that's not helpful.
Sorry, couldn't
Just
see
had a
that
little bit
guy.
of experience there from Midge Dixon, ripping the ball out there one-on-one. Shea fronting up in defence. Awesome.
So, Ulverston, what defence have we got, guys? Let's keep moving hard. Keep them in that line-up. Good, solid defence. Driving back.
Starting the front up a bit there, and Millom are starting not to really like this a little bit.
Line speed by Ulverston. What we got? Shea's up. Banged in. Rocks his head back. Down he goes. Shea resetting himself. Is he going to go again? No, he's knackered. Oh, he's coming back to him. No, he's going to go again. And there he goes. A tad high. That could have been one of his penalties he was going to give away, but he's still working hard. And a dink through. Should get mopped up this. And a little knock on. Oh, he got away. No, he didn't.
Oh, no, he hasn't on that exchange.
Yeah.
Oh, one my 50-50 on that one. On another day, he might have gotten away with it, but not in this instance.
You know, you can't go half-hearted. Unlucky. There's no point in shrugging your shoulders and holding your hands out. It happened. It's what you do next that matters, guys.
Got a man up in defence and get past it. Ignore that set previous. That's all you can do.
Now then. Okay, I think coming on now. Is it? Can't see, sorry guys. Millom attacking the Ulverston left-hand side. Out the back. Oh, Nisbet really...
He had the opportunity there. He got a bit greedy, did Owen I.
Here they come again. Shifting the ball a bit flat.
McPherson
good, powerful running.
And getting an offload away to the... Ooh. Big boy, number 20 there for Millom.
Got the numbers. We've got the numbers both ways, boys. Well done, Ulverston. That's good defence on the line. Just don't over-egg the blind side. Here we come. Now we've got to go up and out. We've got to go up and out. We've got to go out. We haven't gone out. There it is again. There it is. So if you notice there, Paulie, what happened in the middle of the park between the sticks and the touchline, we had 2 Ulverston players. Whilst they came up, there wasn't the up and shift. That never happened. And that's exactly what happened before. It's just like maybe the C and the D defender, you know, their job is actually relatively easy in this, unless an inside runner comes back in. They come up, they know the ball's going to go. Once that ball's gone, they shift out. They go out with it. Okay, and by doing that, then the winger gets a man-on-man. So, yeah, I'm afraid it was the same as before.
Yes, it was, and once again, very naive defending around that right channel there from Ulverston. But it's that kind of thing, like you were saying before, Al. Communication is absolutely vital, especially in hot and muggy conditions like these. You know, you've got to make it count, even when you have that little bit of energy to tell your teammate, go out. You know, mark your man, whoever you've got. Ulverston did not, and it's cost them another try around that side.
So the number 10 from Millom again. Long range kick. He got a good one on his last one. Presently Ulverston 6, Millom 14. Right on the stroke of half time, that try, which is really unfortunate. Going in 10-6 at half time is psychologically pretty good. You know, you're right in it. It's just psychologically awful when you concede a try right on half time, and especially if he blows a whistle more straight away. It does really dishearten teams. And we've been there many times.
Of course, you know, it's like anything else where, like, you know, 80% of any rugby league game that you play is psychological at that point, and the 20% of it, the remaining lot of it, is physical. The 80% of it there has just been displayed right there, and then a try right on the stroke of half time. Now it's up to the lads to do one thing. They've got to either sink or swim. Hopefully they'll swim a little bit.
And another good kick. Really good kick.
I was saying before, Al, they've got to decide for themselves, right, we need to book up our ideas, start talking and start communicating, or we'll just crawl in a hole and die. So they've got their choice coming up right about this point.
Really impressive, that prop there. He's been running really hard. He's had a good solid game, and he certainly knows how to put the ball between the sticks.
Yes, when he's been one of the National Conference's Division 2, I think one of the standout players as Keir McPherson, and I think he's the only bona fide first teamer that is actually playing for Millom today. The rest of them, like you say, are just pretty much like some older guys or something like that who just want to help out the younger kids that are out there on display.
Yeah, great stuff. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
But what a great experience for these guys out here today. Some of these youngins, first time they've ever played at Craven Park, and it is a great pitch. Floodlights out there now. It's a real experience playing evening rugby.
Absolutely.
And straight to the fullback. And
straight to
here
Keir
he comes
McPherson.
again.
It's an example again of that fronting up in defence.
Goodson just right round the ankles. That was
Excellent
a real
tackle.
good snap recovery tackle there. But great running. Now look, now see we're not going. Now we are trying to drift out. Got to keep going.
Needed to on that exchange.
But they're all over him.
Max Nisbet having a bit of a word there with Millom's 3/4 around that point.
Here we go. What we got? Step back inside.
Mitch Dixon step, but got the ball free. Nope. Around this exchange.
Millom attacking the blind side. Just got to go man for man. That's it.
There you go. That's bare head counting.
Good defence. And there we go at half time. So if we kind of like a bit of a review of that. The first sort of like 20 minutes, it was error on error, but Millom having the best of the play really, and waiting for a try quite early on. A few mistakes there, then they started making errors, and it was a bit of to and fro to be honest. But then Millom just started to creep ahead and took us to 8-0, and then up to 10. And then it was 10-6, then 14-6, and then 16-6 with a try just before half time. So what I'll do now, I'm just going to have a walk down. I'm going to see if I can find Mr. Creary. Bear with us while I stumble about. So it does all depend on whether they finish training. I'll have a walk across though. Excuse my fat tummy as we go over. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a chat with him if he's back from training. I think I see some of the Barrow lads over there, so we'll have a wee chat with him. Oh, I can just see myself kicking a goal from here. Oh, my hamstring. So no doubt Mike Worrell will be having some good strong words with his team, certainly on the drift defence, where we need to certainly improve. Once again, though, the effort and the commitment is all there to be seen by everyone, so it's, really good. I'm hoping to see some of the Barrow players, so then I know if Crester's knocking about, and at the moment, I can't see him. If we don't see him, though, he will come across and speak to us at some point. But what I will do, I'm just going to go across and see Jeff Worrell and get Jeff's view on the game. Jeff? So Jeff Worrell, been coach down at Barrow. Do you want to turn around, mate, and face the camera over there? Been coach down at Barrow and coach at Ulverston for a lot of years. What's the game going? How's it going for this game tonight?
I think the tackling from Ulverston's absolutely first rate. They've tackled really well. If they hadn't made so many mistakes on the first tackles, they'd have been well within the game. Because two of the tries they've had 3 sets at the line.
Yeah, we just discussed up there before. The effort and the commitment is amazing.
It is.
But technically the drift on our left-hand side just hasn't really been working well. That's where they've scored the 2 tries.
Well, that's right. Well, Millom have always been a side that move the ball well when they get the chance. And it is, it's one of them things, isn't it? But like I say, they've quite a few experienced lads in their side who know, whereas Ulverston are struggling a little bit that way. They lack a bit of experience, but they're a bigger side of Millom, so you've got to keep compressed, and they're doing that and stopping them coming down the middle. But like you say, they're getting caught now and again on the outside.
I think it's really good how they both managed to get 20 players each, and we both got first team games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good sign for both sides.
Have Millom got a first team game?
I think
no.
No wonder they've got bloody 20 players then.
Yeah, I'm nearly certain they haven't got a game, but I might be wrong.
Yeah,
Somebody told me they haven't got a game.
But it shows, though, I mean, the Millom side are 16s and 18s with a couple of first teamers thrown in there.
Yeah. But it's like you say, the biggest problem is the whole season, there's very few A teams that have managed to get teams. And that's where when you've got a team like Ulverston, Millom, who are getting 20-odd players, and they're ending up only getting 2 or 3 games in the last couple of months. And, that's something that I don't know how you address that.
Yeah, it's a really, really good point, that. I mean, I spoke to Steve Neal about that a while back, and he said, why don't we bring in like Super 10s or something like that? Something a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I have heard that mentioned, but on the other hand, we shouldn't be having to do that. I know what you're saying, but the whole idea is to get 17 players in a team, and some teams manage to do it and others don't. So, I wouldn't know what the answer is. I know there's a lot more things go on in the summer. It's just commitment. You don't seem to be able to get the right commitment.
You're 100% there, and like you say, it only takes an A team to have 12 players one week, and the week after they might only have 8.
Yeah, and I like you say, Alan, I have no idea what the answer is. I haven't. No.
I don't think any of us have at all, Jeff. So, look, thanks for talking to us, mate. We're good to get views from other people.
You're welcome.
And if you see Derek Hadley round here, just let him know there's a spot for him on the bench.
Probably have a game with Derek. Yeah, probably would. He'd be as good as some of these lads. Definitely.
Right, thanks very much, Jeff. I'll leave it there. Thanks for the... Mr. Dixie. So I'll be coming on with the Ulverston lads now. I think, do I blend in, Steve? Do I look good? Do I look good in this? So as we're coming on, what do you see, Jamie Sandham? Jamie, game up to now?
Full of errors so far. Just need to be more clinical with the ball and complete.
That's it. We have noticed as well, tackling's been absolutely outstanding. Just sometimes the drift hasn't been working well.
Yeah, like I say, we're our own worst enemy at the moment.
Yeah, well done, mate. It's really good to watch, so just keep your team going, eh? Just got Shea Smithy as well while we're waiting for Grant. Shea, welcome back to Ulverston Rugby.
Glad to be back, even though my lungs aren't.
We haven't noticed you've been putting some good hits in out there.
Well, I don't know if they've been legal or not, but we try to get the team hyped up. It's always it's not really a derby, but it's a big, against Millom. Try to get the younger boys going for it. We seem a bit tense. A few knock-ons, a few rubbish, tackles, but we're going to give it our best at this half. Up the Ulvie.
Cheers, Shea. I was going to actually mention to Shea then about when he came on, I said he's bound to give a tackle, a penalty main straight away, and he did, but I never got a chance to say it. But there's one lad who's committed to Ulverston Rugby. So that was Jeff Worrell over on the far side. We're hoping to get Cresta. I'll probably get him later on because he'll have finished training, and we will ask him a few questions. But Jeff Worrell's been a wealth of rugby league knowledge over the years, and has been down at Barrow. He's played all over the spot as a semi-pro player. And he's tough as old boots, trust me. And that's his lad Mike, who now coaches the A team. Once again, another lad who's tough as old boots. Anyhow, I'm puffed here. Come back up the stairs. So the gantry, well, not that fine Paulie getting all mic'd back up again. And here we go. So we go back to the game. Nisbet there looking to set himself up. Some good comments by Jamie Sandham there, just saying our own worst enemy, and I think he's dead right.
Entirely agree with him.
Olsen kick and good take. Here comes the dump truck. Boom! Good defence.
I wasn't sure if he was trying to go for a ball strip there, but some fronting up defence there.
Jack Butler just absolutely hit that one. This is great defence by Ulverston. Great defence. We need to applaud this.
Well, Alan, you were privy to a conversation with the Barrow coach, Paul Creary. What did he have to say?
No, well, it was Jeff Worrell who was talking to Paul.
Right.
Crest is still out training with the guys, but we'll keep our eyes up when they do come back. We will get him. He does want to have a chat with us on the LA12 live streams today. Remember once they called you the wardrobe, Paulie, one game? There's our wardrobe for the day.
Well.
Millom number 17. Give us his name, Paulie. You've got it somewhere.
There's 17 and 20, so there's 2 wardrobes in this. Well, there's a wardrobe and there's a.
Well done, Benno. Just got it.
Just go away with it there. There's a wardrobe and then there's a dresser.
A wardrobe and a dresser. Ulverston driving in. Good defence by Millom. This has really been good. Good defence, as in, like, commitment and drive and strength in a tackle, aggression at running. Great stuff, guys.
Macaulay Clark and Craig Jeffrey, I think these gentlemen.
Great pass.
Will apologise.
Great pass. Is that Weeman? Is that Weeman?
Through.
Who's that? I've never seen Weeman go as quick. Fantastic run. That was great play. We couldn't see who passed the ball, just too far away. Ulverston pressing and probing at the Millom line. Good defence by Millom. Needs some shape. A bit too flat out here. Chip over the top and just wasn't.
No communication there, it seemed like.
Yeah, you're right there, Paulie. I think we just. The ID was right. We should really stop the game.
We really should, because one of Ulverston's guys is down. I don't know who it is down there.
Yeah, I think he'll pick it up now, will Mucker. Just need to get a physio out there. And here comes Mike Roll with it.
Maybe he might have got spiked or something like that.
I'm not too sure, mate. Just Mike Roll will go over there with a half an orange and a sponge. If it is Mike.
Not as good as you with the magic sponge, Al.
No, I can strap anything, me, Paulie.
Absolutely.
Here's one for you. So Dan Tall of Barrow Rugby, when he played for Ulverston, he'd been in trouble, I think, or something, and he got about 6 or 7 stitches on the inside of his mouth. And he was gutted because he wasn't going to play. It looks like a knee injury out there by Rawlinson, which is a shame. He's had such a good game up to now.
Oh, shame.
So Dan Tall, he put his head in there and said, I can't play, I've got stitches in your mouth. And I said, I've got some gel strapping that'll sort out. And he went, have you? Gel strapping for the inside of a mouth.
Oh, dear. Well, you can't exactly say that you don't exactly need to have a degree in existential philosophy to be a terrific rugby league player like Dan Toll has been for this past few years for Ulverston and for Barrow Rugby. But classic Tolley.
Nice run. On his own, though. Just needs to get wrapped up.
Millom locking. Playing right to the edge there. Could have easily been a set of 6 given away there.
Hit right back on the inside line, but
that
Jimmy Sandon was between them two. Stood up to the run. Good tackling there by RG.
A little bit of a look through as Ryan John there. Mitch Dixon with the ball up now. Oh, he's dangerous, this kid, that Owen High.
And good defence there by Ulverston. We just need to get reset.
There's some far better head counting in this exchange. Keeping Millom stifled where they need to be stifled. Oh, no.
So, just a loose shot there, Paulie.
Loose. I think I felt some change dangle.
So, Millom, get tap penalty. Not choosing not to go touch it, surprisingly. In they come again. Down nice and low. I think that's Goodson again down in there. No, lose Charlie. Sorry, guys.
Starting to tire a little bit around the edges there is Ulverston and all that defensive. Oh no! Ulverston's edge got suckered in a bit there by halfback coming in.
Yeah, I think we just got we're just having a discussion in the corner there. Not too sure what's going on. Just talking to someone's touch judge. Don't know whether he might have thought it was a knock on. Not too sure. No, he's going to give the try. So yeah, if when you looked at that from up here, you could just see Paulie's comments were right. We got sucked in a bit, and you could see the overlap. And the old wardrobe got the ball there, and when he was diving towards that line, poor Benno, size for size, wasn't going to beat him or keep him off scoring a try.
Well, it's a simple It's the simple equations in rugby league that make it count. If you've got 3 on 2, you're going to take advantage of it. If you've got 3 on 1, even better.
So Millom 20, Ulverston 6.
And Jamie Sandham having a few words with his charges there. A few choice ones, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you're right, Paulie. But you know, it's frustrating when you skipper aside, and you know they work so hard and we do so much good stuff in defence at times, and then we just got the sucker punch, which has been 3 of the tries up to now.
And the other sucker punch being a penalty for a really loose shot around there.
Yeah, you're dead right, Paul. And it's that whole adage, and Phil Atkinson used to say this to me. He used to say, he says, Al, penalty try. It happens every time. And you can, I'd say 60-70% of the time is 100% right.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And if you can listen to someone like Phil Atkinson in that regard, you were best listen. But let's see what Ulverston can respond with now.
So in this bit, getting the ball down on the centre circle. Once again, we don't need a contested kick at the moment. We're not, we've still got a good bit of time. 3 scores behind. Millom 20, Ulverston 6. This bit. Good kick. Give us a good bounce, guys. Oh, nearly. And here comes a wardrobe. He said, boom. Oh, he got smashed though. Hey.
And they got stopped by Shaggy himself, Joe Ward.
Joe Ward's out there. Well said, Paul.
Remember one thing, Joe Ward never lets me live down as a time. Apparently, where he claims I knocked the ball on from him hitting me with a perfect midriff tackle. I claim no, I twisted and offloaded, but that's another story for another time.
If we look again, we just got, there's actually nearly a 4-man overlap there down this blind side. You've got to trust your inside slide. Oh,
yep, there you go.
Forward pass.
See what a bit of trust can lead to.
That's it. You have got to trust your inside slide, and keep the talk going. Keep pushing your outside man out and let him know that you're there. You're going to back him up if they're going to step inside. So Mucker just calling the shots out there. Good game up to now. No issues at all with the way he's handled this. And that's only because we might have again next week. No, I don't mean it, Mucker. You know my views, mate.
Yeah, well, I know your views, and they kind of reflect mine as well. No referee, no game. And Mucker, to be fair, has been one of the standout referees around that point.
Agreed.
But he certainly isn't no Jimmy Bridle.
Jimmy Bridle. Bless him. I like Jimmy, though. He's great.
Oh, I like Jimmy too.
Oh, nice
one, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Go on, son. Beat the first, beat the second man. Angled run, got us about good 15 metres. Step back inside by Ward. Missed first, second one past him. Still driving, still leg driving. Go on, son.
Proving difficult to stop as Joe Ward. Fair play to him there.
Blindside. Good running. Wardrobe.
And the dresser making the tackle there.
His bit. Dummies one. Finds a front man. Good drive. Good leg drive. This is where we need to shift it. Down the right hand side. It's got to go. Oh. Play the ball. It's a loose play the ball. It's too hard.
He rushed it. Didn't keep his head and he rushed it.
I think it was a trumpet player out there. Yeah, it was a trumpet player, just played the ball a bit too hard after a real good solid running as well, Paulie.
Absolutely, leaving 2 defenders in his wake, no marker in front of him pretty much. And you've got to take those opportunities, unfortunately. But
also, we probably, I always say this, we maybe chose the wrong side to go. But when I say that and we go the other way, we normally score. But certainly our right-hand side attack then was in much better shape. Here we go. What's our defensive line like? It's good. Oh, nice offload.
Shea's protests for a knock-on goal unanswered in that exchange. Let's see if Ulverston could trust their inside man again. good cover defence there.
Good work by Ulverston in the defence, scrambling around, slowing down the play of the ball.
Taking their time and pinpointing when they need to go.
Cam McBain there just having a little dig at the full-back from Millom.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, and there's a little knock on. Okay, so here we go. We get the ball back in a good position on the 40-metre line. We've got 6 shots at this Millom defence. We just need to keep control, Paulie, and make sure we don't give any daft mistakes away.
Cool.
Oh, here comes a big lad. He's Dave Wilson.
Oh.
New to the game. Oh, because Dave's come down. I think it's only about his second game or first game. I can't remember what he said now. So he'll be really inexperienced. But you know what? He's the size of a man mountain, so give him the chance and just let him run a couple in. But he'll need to be spoken to and make sure he's in position. Sorry.
Yes.
So he's out of position now.
And that's where someone like Jamie Sandham or Max or someone like that will need to tell him to go around the pitch, where he needs to go and that kind of thing. If you can get him running in games, get him going, he can be a really useful asset. This boy.
His bit to Ward. Ward not taking a backward step.
Never has done, never will. Sometimes to his detriment.
Yeah, let's get this big Dave Wilson a run. Let's get him a run. Oh, good line. Real good line and good defence by Millom. Nisbet, what's he going to do? Dances, little chip through. And scooped up by Ulverston. But if you look down here, Paulie, we had a 3-man overlap.
I was going to say, overlap again.
Just needed a kick to the corner. A good communications one.
Good communication and needing a bit more of a heads up in that regard. But, where they need to be not only around the markers, but where they need to be position-wise. Not only counting heads in defence, but also counting heads in, when you're in attack. Like, hang on, you've got a bit of a gap out here, boys. Oh, a loose ball there.
That was a good tackle. He lost that in collision, and Mucker was 100% right.
Nothing wrong with that.
To 1.
Perfectly fine
Zero tackle.
And now he's rewound the tackle count.
Bain just taking the ball in. Right, oh, come on then, Dave. Come on, Wilson, let's have the ball. Come on. Let's take it in. Don't nick it away from him. Opposite side. Don't push. Nice little dummy by Nisbet.
Oh, lovely.
And in for a lovely little try. That's what he can do, Paulie, at times. When he gets his head on this game, and he did in the first team, where Evan Foster came off him, and he just took the ball to the line and just stepped back on himself, and he just opened this beautiful little gap and just tipped it up, and nobody touched Foster to go in for a try. That's what he can do.
Well, and as you've just said there, Al, I'll be honest, I think I've only seen this kid maybe once or something like that, but from what I had heard, it was pretty much precisely like you said. Like, when he has that confidence and a bit of belief in himself, he can slice defences open like a knife cuts through butter, that kind of thing. And as he's just proven right there with a fantastic try.
So he's also going to be taking his own kick when he manages to get hold of a ball.
Dare I say that was almost Alan Langer-ish, the way he just dummied and showed and go there.
Don't say that to him. His head's big enough as it is.
He won't know who Alan Langer is, trust me.
He'll Google it, mate. That's all he knows. Just Google it.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised how many people don't think to Google something when they, something not obvious, but something relatively, you think, like, well, it's just like, the equivalent of picking a book at the library. You just got to pick where you need to find.
So, Millom 20, Ulverston 10. 2 important points. Big kick, long kick, far out on the left-hand side of the post. No wind at all down here tonight. Beautiful conditions. Kicked, followed through, looks good, just short. Oh. Just short and across the front of the post. So that's Millom 20, Ulverston 10. About 15 minutes into the second half. Ulverston just resetting themselves, ready for the Millom kicker. Millom will be contesting, it'll go deep. I'm still looking forward to seeing Dave Wilson take one in. Considering he's about 18'6" and about 38 stone.
18'6", looks about 20 foot, right by my region. Oh, it's just my glasses prescription needs updating.
Just needs to be brought into the game.
like I was saying before, you need to like a little bit of direction and a little bit of guidance where hopefully someone like Jimmer or Max can tell them where to go, what to do, and tell them straightforward. Now his opportunity might come here.
Comes, go on, son.
Oh,
Here we go. Go on, open them legs up. Open them legs up tight with the ball. That's all right. That's okay, mate.
That's okay. Oh.
Oh, my word. Oh, dear.
I think he bounced his head right off the ground there, I think, unfortunately for the young man.
That's not the start you wanted, is it? In his rugby career, unfortunately. But, you know, in rugby, it's... You can't just turn up and play rugby at times. I mean, I know he's been training and everything. But, you know, your first game, it's all about your body position, how you've got to protect yourself, you know when to offend, know when to cuddle up. Oh, good on him, he stood back up. A bit of a wobble going on there, though. Probably best to take him off, to be honest. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
cannot take any risks.
Cannot continue the way he is.
No.
Oh, a bit of a shame for our young lad. I was looking forward to seeing what he could do.
It was a shame because his run was fine. You know, he scooped to the ball.
His run was fine, but in that regard, Al, to be fair, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the tackle. The tackle was fully fronted up and physical, and nothing untoward about it whatsoever. It was just one of those things where unfortunately his head bounced off the floor, and with concussion laws these days being as tight as they need to be, he had to come off, unfortunately.
So I think Courtney's over there anyhow, and I know she's pally with Courtney. Courtney's the Ulverston physio. She'll make sure she does a head assessment on him, and if he's been like that, I'm afraid that's probably he won't play again this season. But you just got to persuade these lads to come back and go again and learn by experience and learning by experience. Here come Millom again. Oh, what have we got? I thought we had a 1-on-1 then. He was nearly there.
There he was. The Millom scrum cap did well to keep hold of the ball there in that regard.
Oh, that's good defence again by Ulverston. It's excellent defence. This 1-on-1, this hit and stick's been really, really good.
The hit and stick has been excellent. It's just the edges and communication out wide that's been needed. Oh,
there we go. Ripped out, is it? No fall.
I think Mitch Dixon's dropped it cold.
We'll take that one. Good to see some young kids as well on the touchlines, learning the trade. Oh yeah, we just really done a good job, this young touch lad down here today. Keeping his eyes on the game all the time, challenging. I know when he was on the far side earlier on, he certainly wasn't scared to give a call. And that's what we need, We need to nurture these guys. We need to bring them on. So good on you, Sunshine. I'm afraid I don't know your name. If I did, I'd certainly give you a call out. You keep going, son. You keep going.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, when you need those kind of people because many times, things like that are unglamorous. People.
That was a near one. So when Benno caught that one, he probably saw it. He spun the wrong way. The ball was slightly off kilt.
To put it slightly understated, I think for a talent for understatement, I think Benno's slightly uncoordinated. Kind of reminds me a bit of Sid the Sloth from Ice Age in that regard. But yeah, on that note, it's fantastic to see young linesmen applying their trade, doing what they need to do and wanting to do it. And like you said, he wasn't afraid to stick his neck out for a decision that needed to be for a try for Millom just before, and fair play to him for doing so.
Four in the Ulverston defensive line there, just taking care of the Millom player. Off it goes again, jumping down the blind side. Once again, great effort, great speed. Just need to keep control, guys. No penalties. We have a scrum half who's playing like a pro.
Almost Martin Johnish, dare I say.
Here's the kick. Horrible kick, go on, Benno. Oh, well picked up, Benno, lad. Well picked up, son. Don't lose it now.
See what I mean about the uncoordinated thing, but somehow it works. Don't ask how it works, it just does.
Great defence all round. Millom now piling into the Ulverston players. Oh, Sandra didn't want that, I don't think. Wasn't ready for it.
You've always got to be ready for the rugby league ball just in case.
Need to push with him, push with him, push with him, push with
Hey,
him.
to be fair.
Oh, shit. Oh, look, the idea was there.
Charlie Robertson did there, to be fair. Good work on him too.
What? Oh, what happened there? What happened? What's he going to give? Oh, handover. I don't think he got up and played the ball. I think that's what he's saying.
Incorrect play the ball?
I think so.
I think they're stopping just for a quick water break. There we go.
Yes, we're around down at Craven Park on the top 4 playoff final, with Millom taking the lead at the moment, 20 points to 10. Two really good defensive shows. Millom just basically has Ulverston at the moment on moving the ball sweetly to the flanks. It's where they're certainly scored 3 of their tries today, and you know, take 3 tries like that away, then all of a sudden we're talking a different game. But you know, well refereed by Mucker and the 2 touch judges. Young lad I've mentioned a couple of times down here. It's great to see. You see Mike Worrell out there on the Ulverston side, just chit-chatting away, taking his opportunity, and I've no doubt he'd be chomping at the bit to get his gear on himself and play. But Mike, the time's up. Let's not get offside, boys. You cannot afford to go offside. Ripped out. You cannot do that. Ripped out. Too many men in.
There's a classic case of naivety and getting a bit tired around the defence there.
I think just, you know, there's an experience there, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with being inexperienced at rugby league. You know, we all can't have that, and you only get that by playing more. And so, getting penalised like that isn't great for the game. Get that isn't great for your side, but an individual hopefully will learn from it, and that's where the experience all of a sudden starts to build up.
Yes, absolutely. But, you know, because if you can't learn from those kind of experiences, how are you ever going to gain more experience as a player? And speaking of experience, let's see what more Ulverston can muster in defence.
So Millom just looking at the shape on the right hand side. It looks quite neat. It's getting itself set. Got the stand up. Careful, boys. Well stopped. Pull his legs around. So Millom's right hand side looks neat. This will go at the back. There we go. Out the back again. And here we go. Find the fullback. What you had there, though, Paulie, when you looked at that, you had 3 guys running the same line outside the Millom prop. At that point, then, one of them should hold up and come back and then give an inside runner that holds up the Ulverston defence, and it gives you a bit more space for 2 runners down that blind side. And that's just what was missing there. They were all running the same direction, and that's easily defendable.
It is, yes. And like you were saying before, that when they're all running at the same angle, it's going to be hard to dictate where they need to cut back inside and do what they need to do.
Here we go again. Nice little kick through. Just needs mopped up. Well picked up. Well picked up.
Well done.
I'm sorry if we can't get your names, guys, but you know who you are. When you're out there, you'll be able to work out who's who. When you see it on LA12 live streams later on. Just let you know as well, as Ulverston hopefully try and clear the line with Joe Ward. Getting bullied a bit there, but still going strong. Good lad, Joe. Good lad. Tomorrow, Ulverston first team down at Cadishead Rhinos. In the penultimate game of the season. Ulverston are safe now. Been a real last couple of years. Last year we were top 2, and this year we're in danger of at one point possibly being in the bottom 2. But you know, win tomorrow set us good, and with, as you heard before, Lee Wilkes, he'll be back for the last game of the season against Springview, which is great. So that'll be an interesting game up at Ulverston. So if we could get everybody down there for that one, it'd be great. Oh, good defence again. Really good defence. So if we can get down for the last game of the season, I think Springview are bringing about 60, 70 odd people up with them. We'll be all in Lawrence Garden. We'll have music on. We'll have beer being served, and we'll just have a good laugh. last game of the season. If you can all get there, it's great. And then October the 6th, let's all get back down to Crazy Park and let's see Ulverston play Dalton in the final of the Barton Townley Cup. Dalton being out-and-out favourites to win the game, if you look at the league positions. But, as always, Ulverston, we are always quietly confident. We get our team out there, there's not many teams can hold us, Dalton being one of them.
Absolutely, and you get to that stage, and on this kind of stage with rugby league, you never know, like on the day, who's going to win what. And a bit of a comedy of errors there, Al.
I don't know what went on then. Benno, we need to have words, sunshine. I think he's a goalkeeper or something like that. I'm not too sure. But
Well, to be fair, he did have a bit of a football stint, so I can see why.
that's okay. We came our way. You make your own luck sometimes.
Absolutely, 100%. And like you were saying, Al, on the day, you never know what could happen in that regard. Just as what's happening here right now, who knows? Ulverston could conjure up a piece of magic out of nothing, just the same as they could conjure up a piece of magic out of nothing against Dalton. Dalton have been consistently a very good team, but in Barton Townley experience, that kind of thing, Dalton don't necessarily have that. Whereas Ulverston, they have a few guys that know what to do, what they need to do, and how to go about it. But it's like anything else. You just find out in the day, and who finds out may the best team win.
Yeah. Or even if Ulverston are the worst team, we win.
Well,
good ball. That was
excellent,
cracking pass.
Excellent cover tackle.
Touch. Once again, great play down that left-hand side. Great running as well.
Excellent chasing and cover tackling there from Millom. Some brilliant play on the outside, on that left edge there from Ulverston. Just a bit unlucky on that exchange.
Like you said then, though, Paulie, it's one bit of brilliance, and that was potentially a bit of brilliance and under the sticks, and all of a sudden it's 2016.
Yep, and then all of a sudden, like one score in it, all to play for at that point. So Ulverston have just got to bite down on their gum shields and just see it through, and see if they could conjure something. But let's see how they front up in defence. Oh, there you go. There might be an opportunity, Al.
Yeah, let's hope so. We're working hard. We deserve a bit. We really do deserve a bit. Shea Smith, as you heard him, final words after I spoke to him when he's coming back up the Ulvie. Absolutely great. And he says he needs to find his lungs. He's doing a cracking job out there at the moment.
He is, to be fair, and to be fair, the whole squad's been doing fantastic in that regard. And Joe Ward, especially off the bench, has been impressing me with his never say die attitude. And he's always had it in spades. Sometimes a little bit to his detriment, like I was pointing out. But at other points, that's a fantastic attribute to have. It's like
quicker play of the ball was what we needed, not another little run.
Well,
here we go again. Wee man, step back in. Straighten up, son, straighten up. Well knocked up by the Millom defence. Goodson goes to number 9, having a little look both ways. Comes to the open side. Once again, Charlie just wanting the ball every time.
He's been fantastic tonight.
Quick play of the ball needed though. Oh, what a good ball. What a great pass by Goodson there. Eddie Goodson just jumped out to the left-hand side. Crash ball, I think it's Joe Ward who took the crash ball. Took 2 or 3 Millom defenders over the line. And this is just the bit of news we wanted to hear.
Game on now, Al.
Kickable kick as well. Probably about 15 metres out, about halfway out.
And that was some great play coming up there from Ulverston because of the trust that they have in each other to be able to support and push up through that and slice in between the defence that Millom conjured up there. Just enough to get 2 or 3 hanging off him, and ultimately for Joe Ward, I think it was, to go in and score. Fantastic.
Yeah, well done, Joe. I'll tip the capture on that one, mate. You ran a really hard line. That's a scary line as well. I know people think, you're soft kick Moses, but I don't care what he says. It's a brave line. That's more. It's a brave line to run, and he did it. He got it. and he got himself over. Now Nisbet will fancy this. He'll fancy this kick. It's well within his range, well within his capability. Just need to relax, Sunshine. Just relax. Don't snap at this kick. Control your breathing, eye on the ball, follow through. Beautiful kick, beautiful kick. So there we go, Millom 20, Ulverston 16.
Like I said, Al, game on now. And another thing that I was saying before, you just needed something to be able to come out of grit and determination, or a bit of magic. In this case, it was a little bit of both. Some trusting and some smart player there, running that kind of line that I like to call a 50%er. 50% of the time, it could absolutely work like what it did with Joe Ward, or the other 50% of the time, you could get absolutely smashed.
So I'd like to thank the Barron District Committee for putting this game on, and they always do us a good show down at Cravenback. Terry Barker's out there. Came up to us before and he says we've been bathing in the same cocoon. We both look beautiful at our age. But yeah, a lot of good work goes on locally, and to try and make this happen. And as Jeff Worrell said before, not many teams are getting the A-team out. I mean, Dalton, for how good they are, they've not been getting their A-team out all the way through. Walney have struggled. We've seen teams going down the M6 with 14 players on the coach. But Barron District do the best they can. Here we go. What have we got? That's a good hard running. And thanks to all the guys, all the committee, Steve Neal down at Craven Park for letting us put this event on. Really important, as they know, and that's why they sponsor us for doing this. Really important, because just one or two of these kids out here could be one of the twos who are going to be playing for Barrow Rugby in another 4 or 5 years' time. Nice step, beats the first man, second man, takes third and fourth to pull Charlie down.
They've got their tails up a bit now, Ulverston.
Goodson, out the back. Nisbet, nice off. Oh, just pushed it a bit. Just what happened there is he needs to shake that off and get his ass up, and he will do. He did the brave thing, took it right into the line, but just left it a little bit late. And with that, as he was going down, tried the pass and just didn't have full control. Good effort, though. Good effort. You've got to go for things like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, nothing wrong with it at all. But it was like as well that other 50% that I was pointing out, the kind where something like that could go absolutely terrible. Oh, hang on. What's going on here?
I haven't got a clue, but I like it, whatever it is.
Either way.
Joe Ward taking over the kicking duties to touch.
I'm surprised his knee didn't go further than the ball in that instance.
I'm surprised he's allowed to touch the ball with a kick in mind. But you know what? He just gained his 20 metres.
Yes, he gained 20 metres. Now
wow, look at the shape out here, Paulie. Look at this shape. My word.
Like I said, all of a sudden,
beautiful.
They just needed that little bit of belief in themselves, that little bit of confidence to say, like, right, come on, lads, we can do this. So this is the shape that you're talking about before, Al.
It is, and what you probably find now, they'll try and jam one or two in, possibly, just to hold them up. There's the one in. Suck a couple of defenders in, keep sucking them in, keep going, wee man, keep going, it's sucking them in again. Right, now we go. I wouldn't think we're going to, but that's good, that's all right, go on, lads. We're focused on the Ulverston open side then, and we took a blind one, that's all right. Nisbet. Dummies. Goes. That's 3-4. Millom defenders dragging him away from the line. Just play the ball and go. Blindside again, okay? Oh, Benno out here screaming. Hands up like Jesus Christ. Back to one. Slow it down. Ward again on that line. Guys, don't push this. Don't push it. Don't lose the opportunity. You know what? If we do another couple of them, I don't care at the moment.
If it suckers Millom in and tires them out, you know. Oh no. Ulverston went a bit too gung-ho around the middle there, Al, for my liking.
Well defended by Millom. You know, so many sets right on their line and he kept us out well. Just needed to not push that ball. If anything, it would have been better 5 yards further away from the try line. Oh, good defence. Good defence, Ulverston. Keep going.
I think all that's done for Ulverston is annoy him.
And again, come on, keep going, Butler.
Look at this aggression going in. I'm liking this. Sorry.
Butler in there again, doing a good job. Just 1, 2, 3. Come off slowly. That's it. Hold them up. Line speed. Up, 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 up. Butler in again. He's certainly earning his stripes tonight.
Absolutely, he'll be earning his stripes. To be fair, all of this squad have earned their stripes one way or another. Oh!
Got to kill this ball.
Oh, well done, Benno. Brave is out there going for that. Absolutely struggling to bring this guy down.
Certainly Warren Bolton knows how to use his strength going forward there. Just showed some good stuff. Goodson 9, having a little look. Charlie there again. Just doesn't care. Takes that one on. You've got to stop him, son. Got to go back on the inside. Oh my word! Oh, brilliant. What a try. What an unbelievable try.
That conjuring that piece of magic I was talking about just before, Al. Fantastic try that from Charlie Robinson.
Wonderful stuff. If you saw there, just Goodson at 9, just looking out. Saw Robinson wanting that ball again, just taking it at pace. Beat the first man, beat the second man. Bust the line. When he was through, the tough bit then, how are you going to beat that full-back? Stepped on the inside, right under the sticks. Great, great response by Ulverston. Just talking with Steve Layfield of LA12 live streams. You don't get to hear Steve a lot, but he's listening all the time, giving me the look and everything. And he's saying, it's been a much, much better game this second half for Ulverston. Really, really enjoyed it, and I think that's the same with everybody. I mean, these games have the chance, especially in the first half, where it's error after error, but it seems to have settled itself down a bit. Can't be far off full time. We can't be that far off. Who knows? Steve, any idea when full time is? At 9 o'clock it's supposed to be? So I don't know where I'm at now.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, there's some abuse coming from the fans. So we believe there's about 10 minutes to go. I don't know why they're all screaming. They'll stop the clock. Charlie Robson there, they're probably just saying, but Charlie Robson there, I mean, he just doesn't do that in the A team, he does it in the first team. He really does. Oh, God, get down the gym, son. You will become an absolute monster of a player. He's just got that toughness about him, that belief. And there we go. Believe it or not, guys, that's Ulverston 22, Millom 20. Hope you're enjoying the game out there.
And now it's Ulverston's point right about this. Let's see if they can carry this momentum forward. And like you were saying, Al, Charlie Robinson is quite this raw-boned but talented youngster, and it's great to see him doing what he's doing there, and absolutely fantastic.
It's good to see. Just there's no laced first teamers out there for Ulverston at all. And you could have put some out there, but then who'd you drop?
Well, that was always my point of contention.
Here we go. Here comes Wee Man.
Here we go.
He's had
Wee Man at prop.
So this is where we need no mistakes. And away he goes.
Oh,
He's got to look outside you. You've got to look. And he's away. Go. Keep going, son. What a wonderful kick return. Wee Man there. Burst through the line. We've got to get play the ball down this right-hand side. Go again, Wee Man. He'll be knackered. Easy, boys, easy. And where we go? Go for the line. We've got to go. And we're in again. Ulverston Rugby. I've gone from kick-off right the way through. Wee Man just taking the ball on, bust the line, found the offload, and from a decent play, the ball jumped down the right-hand side and scored just outside on the right-hand side near the corner flag. Absolutely wonderful. Paulie.
My word, Al, back-to-back and pieces of magic that you can conjure up there, and Wee Man was absolutely amazing in what he just did there, running 70 metres down at that point in time. He's so awkward to tackle with his low centre of gravity, and just his general ruggedness, just general horrible ruggedness, and that's the kind of thing where without the foundations that the forwards lay, how can the backs build a house? And right now they're building a magic house right at this point, Al. Fantastic.
Yeah, well said, Paulie. Well said, Sunshine. But that was great. And wee man, for me now, well, he's down to play tomorrow as well, he's the little fella. But you know what? You will not be able to shrink his head on that bus going down there. Like he can't shrink his tummy at the moment. I have an excuse.
I've got no excuse myself, unfortunately. I see a pie, I gain a stone. So, fantastic from wee man. Absolutely amazing what he's done.
But you look at that, and you look at Goodson at 9, and you look at Charlie there, and they're the guys who are like really pinging it from the front. In the defence and in the attack, they're giving us guidance. And you've got Nisbet out there, who's a handful. And if you look at them three there, you've got a 9, a 7, and a 13 that can just do stuff. They just need the right coaching and the right experience in that first team, and they'll be there. All three of them, they're there. So Nisbet once again, he'll much tougher kick than last time. I think he's on the wrong side of him. Yeah, he's a right footer, is Max. So relax again, son. Take that deep breath. Head down, follow through. Oh, slice right across the front. Okay. All right. Okay.
No,
so it's Ulverston 26, Millom 20. One score in it. That would have meant 2 scores. We've got about 5 minutes to go, but I think we've had a few stoppages, so Mucker might add a bit on. Paulie, what do Ulverston need to do now?
They just need to keep that belief in themselves. They need to be up front. They're still up front in defence, and still need to be up front as well in attack, like they just did with them back-to-back tries. If they keep their composure, take the time, and don't make any stupid, egregious mistakes.
So if now this will be a contested kick. No, they haven't gone deep. Well, there we go. That surprised me. Look, there you go. That'll do. Just take the ball. There you go, Jimmy. Eat them yards up, son. I thought they'd have gone contested down on this Ulverston's right-hand side.
I would have thought so as well. Tactically, that would have been the more sound shot. Tactically, I think that would have been the more sound.
Oh, Butler nearly breaking the line.
See, this is where, like I say, Millom are dropping off tackles. They're starting to get really tired around.
Wee man's out there. I bet he's hoping he'll come to him, because he won't do that again. They'll just run to the closest guy and say, "Oh, he got me.
Hey, if you can conjure them 1%ers like you were pointing out,
just take it easy, son. Take the tackle. That's all right. That's okay. Let's let Millom make a mistake.
Ward taking it up and settling it down, which Joe Ward, ever the custodian for Ulverston 18, has been doing.
Nisbet looks for the kick, hard and low.
Sensible kick, okay. Great kick.
Let's see it for a little bit of time.
Eats up the clock a bit.
Millom will no doubt rush to play the ball.
And this is what I was talking about before, Al. This is where Ulverston really need to front up now.
Let's force a mistake. Force a mistake and give no penalties, Paulie.
Yes, absolutely.
Get off him, boys.
Benno screaming instructions down from that fullback position.
Oh, well in by Butler. Farming stock. That's what it does with sheep. We turned our backs at the play ball.
Ooh, well done. Well held.
And then taking the ball in again. Just need to force an error. Must be about 4th tackle. 5th tackle now. Okay, here we go. We need to mop this up. We need to mop it up.
Keep it
here
clean,
comes a
gentlemen.
kick. Here it comes. Here
clean.
comes a kick. Deep
Powering
big kick.
kick.
Oh, Benno. Take your time, son. Yes, well on, Benno now. Take the easy yards. Just take the easy yards, mate. There we go.
Hands like glue or hands like soap. There's no in between with this man.
Oh, no. We need to mop this up. We need to mop it up. Play on.
Play to the whistle, boys.
Just a loose carry. 1 minute. I saw Joe Ward saying, 1 minute, lads, 1 minute.
He isn't wrong.
Come on, boys, we need to keep him out. We don't want to go to Golden Point. Millom attacking the offside. He's got a long pass in the ring.
too tired to follow up there on that instance, Al.
We're outnumbered on our right hand side. We need another one right hand side. Here they come now. Good defence, Ulverston. Need to keep this going. Come on, Mucker. Where's that whistle? Let's hear it. Ulverston locking him up on the line.
So far seem to have learned from their mistakes, and from that point, Ulverston.
Here we come again. And a knock on by Millom.
There you go.
Oh, right, guys. My God, I don't think my heart can take this. I don't think it can take it. What am I going to do tomorrow, Steve? We've got the first team. I don't know if I can do it. Do two games. Really, really enjoyed this. I know we've had some errors. I know we've had some sloppy stuff, but just the enthusiasm for these two young teams with a few old heads, you know, going at each other. The next mistake could cost it.
Absolutely.
Millom 20, Ulverston 26. We missed the kick at goal. It was quite a difficult one for Max. That could have put it beyond the reach. Just need to be careful with the ball.
Oh.
Get bodies in there. We can't leave anybody on their own. Can't afford this ball get ripped out. There goes Charlie again. Driving. Takes two Millom defenders to get him down. Goodson at 9. Having a look either way. Finds Weeman. That's it, Weeman. Just do the easy stuff. Just take the yards. We've got to be about there. Don't push anything, boys. A little bit of high shot. Mucker just saying it went across his chest.
I think blue scrum cap Midge Dixon might have ended
Nisbet
up worse.
Nisbet going again, finds a wing. He needs to come back inside though.
Sensible.
That's all right. Last tackle. Need this good kick, Paul. We need a good kick.
Absolutely. Oh, I think that might have been out on the full there, Al.
I think it was. You can see what he's trying to do. Play the ball. Oh. Come on, Ulverston, get your line reset. We're nearly there, boys. Nearly there.
We've done 79.
Get on side, lads.
Squeaky clean, boys. Squeaky clean. Solid.
Butler just absolutely smashed him there. Here come Millom again. Don't tip him. Oh, what are you doing, boys? You know what? There wasn't a real intention there, but Mucker could have given 10 minutes quite easily. All good for the number 10 for Millom for getting him just shaking his hand.
Absolutely. Oh, it's like right on the knife edge, like you were saying now. But, you know,
here we go again. Sand him in there, first man. Trying to lock the ball. Millom have the shape on the right hand side. Would they dare to choose to go blind? I doubt it. I think it'll go open. Set the way he stood, it looks like it's going to open. This will go out the back. Go out the back again. Here we come. Gotta come. Good defence. Good defence by Ulverston. That was at long last they got the shift sorted out. Need to keep them out, boys. Need to keep them out. Kick to the corner. We just need to kill it. Yes, well done. That'll do. Ooh. And there we go. Ulverston Rugby have won the top 4 playoff against Millom at 26-20. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go and see if I can get a few reactions out there. Paulie, I'll let you talk for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely fantastic there from Ulverston. What an absolute result. Coming down from quite a bit of a deficit that they had at half time, and wow, and you can see what it means to those boys out there, how much it means so much to them. You know, anyone from old stages to the new boys, absolutely amazing. Well done to Ulverston. Like, you know, I tip my hat to them. If I had a hat, I would tip it to them right at this point in time.
Here we are. Let's get out here. Let's have a chat with some of the boys. I bet they're absolutely made up over this. Let's go and grab it. Jay Smith might be a good one to speak to here. And then we'll have a word with the skipper. Okay, wonderful win by Ulverston.
That was amazing. Honestly, it's so good seeing the lads come out in second half, our heads were down in that changing room. We absolutely deserve that. Absolutely, up the Ulverston.
Absolutely. Well done, boys. Love a chat. How did that go for you today, mate? All right?
Oh, it went all right.
Yeah? Enjoy it?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, mate. Big Jack, how are them smashes going in today?
Oh, get it up, you lads. Come on, up the fucking rolly backs.
Well done, hello, Charlie.
Unreal game.
Yeah, how do you feel when you got that try, mate, with us through?
Oh, unreal.
Yeah?
Never felt better.
Good lad. Well done,
Loved it.
son. Well done, sunshine. And let's talk to Wee Man about that run he did at the end. Wee Man, that 15-yard run that you bust through.
Yeah, I saw far too much open space, and to be honest, I panicked. Luckily, I got the pass away. But it's a shame Eddie didn't score it. But I'm glad we got it on off the back of it.
Yeah, honestly, it was a tremendous run. That excellent stuff. Well done to you and the team. Now then, I'm going to talk to this lad who had a little chat before the game. Now, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel all right. I got cramp. I jumped up on there. I got cramp. Fuck me. Can't speak. Oh my God.
Well done, mate. You were absolutely great, Max. Absolute cracking game. And we'll have a little chat with Joe Ward as well while we're here. Joe, inspirational stuff, mate.
It's all right, wasn't it? Good game. Solid all round from all of us.
Well done, mate.
Tired now. Go again tomorrow.
That's the way to do it, mate. Congratulations. Well done. Have a quick word with Mucker. Okay, Mucker. What a game, eh? What a game.
Yeah, very close, very tight game. Two good teams just battled away at each other. Discipline was very good, to be fair, for a referee, so it was good. We had a little bit of handbags first half, but there's nothing, and both teams respectful to each other. So congratulations to Ulverston, commiserations to Millom, and both teams played really well and played good open rugby.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate, and both teams deserve to win.
Of course, a draw would have been a fair result, but obviously one team got to win these cups. And like I say, congratulations to Ulverston, and I just think the second half they were the better team.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you very much for that. Great game yourself, Mucker. We'd appreciate it. And he's one of our touch judges. How do you enjoy it today?
Good game. Very close, as I say. I think Ulverston just took the upper hand in the second half. We gave it, as a team, a fair go. In my opinion, we did a very good job. Made all the correct decisions all the way through. And we couldn't have done it any better to get any different result.
Thank you very much, and well done yourself today. Great game. Okay, young fella, just look over here at the camera. So how did you enjoy it today?
It was good. It was a good game. It was a close battle, but Ulverston just kept going till the end, and they won that.
Yeah. We'll just get over here, but the camera's over there, by the way. We're just talking about it, and it's great to see people like yourself coming into the game. And do you enjoy doing the touch judge?
Yeah, it's like a good game, good night to come out to. I play for Ulverston, but there was no bias there. I gave a Millom try when it was one, so.
Well, congratulations, mate. You had a cracking game. Well done. So just getting in the way there of Millom going in, getting the clap from Ulverston, and now, rightly so, Ulverston will get the clap from Millom. You know what? They'll have a game like that, and they'll be knocking hell out of each other. But at the end of it, they'll all be patting each other on the back, and there's a lot of mutual respect. I will go and see if I can get a few words off the Millom coach. I don't know if he'll speak to me, but I'm going to ask him to. No, here he is. So the camera's on us over there. He thinks I'm going to shear him or something like that. I don't know what he's not normally that, but great. So also we've got over here Johnny Hutton, the gorgeous Johnny Hutton. Johnny, what do you think of the game today, mate?
Absolutely unbelievable from the 18 lads. They dug in deep, and they got they brought on silverware. That's what everyone comes down for at the end of the day. That bit of silverware. That's what we all play for. And it's going to be a good dirt presentation. Because we've got that trophy at the front desk, and we can look back and we can be proud of that. There was a few individual performances there that really stood out for me, and that's Charlie Robinson. That individual brilliance there that he made, fucking get that try to get the win. That was unbelievable. Nizzy controlled the half-backs as well. Some real performances from the lads. Absolutely everyone. We were one collective there, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I thought there were some great efforts in defence. And you're right. I think Charlie, and you got Eddie, and you got Niz there, and I think you got a 9, a 13, and a 7 there who can run stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see, and I can't wait to see the boys lift the trophy. Keep on up the Ulvie.
Thanks very much. So there we go, guys. A great game down at Barracraven Park with Ulverston taking the spoils in this one, and we'll take the cup, and rightly so. As the gorgeous Johnny Hutton said, we'll look at that on presentation night. Hopefully, it to be followed up by the Barton Townley Cup as well when we play here on the Friday night. It's a Friday night on the 6th of October, I think it is. please, if you can, get down and come support the Ulverston lads. If you can't get down, let's get zoomed in on this. We'll be live streaming it through LA12 live streams and all the good work that Steve does. And we'll just enjoy Ulverston getting a cup. And then from me, Alan Moses from Ulverston Rugby. Woohoo! So I managed to get myself back up here now to the decking. You probably saw me huffing and puffing as we go across. So, yeah, as we see, we'll just hopefully get the camera on just all of a sudden as they get the trophy. First go the officials, get their medals for the game. Had a little chat with both the touch judges and, give them the pat on the back that they deserve. And certainly Mucky, he was invisible tonight, and that's that sign of a good referee. He's got many more years left inside him. Luckily, he's got skin like rhino skin and can take some of the flack. So I think next it should be the Millom team who receive their medals or trophies. I can't see what it is from here. The bright lights are blinding me, Steve. Well, and I was good to hear Paulie up here today. I don't know where he's gone now. I think he's gone away so I don't have to move all the stuff about. I think his man of the match goes to is it Nesbitt? Yeah, Max Nesbitt. And rightly so as well. He had a neat little game. And I'll let you into something before the game now. Me and Max had a little tete-a-tete regarding, why can't we put a couple of first teamers in? And he believed he needed them. And he just needed to maybe get his head around it. And you know what he did. And look what happens when he does get his head around it. All credit to you, Max. Great game and well-deserved man of the match. The Millom team just receiving the runners-up medals. And as Mucker said, it could have been either side that won it, but that's not rugby. One team's got to win. First half certainly looked as if Millom were going to put us to the sword. It certainly did. Unforced errors by Ulverston and straight from the kickoff. Unforced errors and being outflanked as well by a good Millom attack. But Ulverston really got in the grind, and in the second half, they came out motivated. You could just tell the first couple of tackles that went in really did get stuck into the team. And all of a sudden, when you're taking the ball in, you're just waiting for the next big hit to come at you. Certainly, Big Jack Butler had a hell of a stint out there. Shea coming on did great as well. I'm not just going to name all the Ulverston players, but you are. You did your biz, guys. You've won a trophy against a very good Millom A side that has got one or two first teamers in and some great experience, but they've got the kids out there as well. And here come Millom. Keep your heads held high, guys. You got yourself to the final. Just out-pipped at the end by Ulverston. Here come the Ulverston guys now. Picking up the trophies. Sitting themselves down, waiting for the cup to be lifted. I think it's Jimmy Sandon was captain tonight. With some aching bones in there tomorrow morning. As Shea said, he needed to get some lungs. And I must apologise now if there was a few sweary words when we were out there, but nothing too much. It was just pure joy from winning a great game. No doubt there might be an Ulverston song that comes on. All credit to these guys, who put their hands up each week to say, right, I'm in, and getting, having an A team available. All credit to them as they're coming through, and you could just see some of the guys out there. Give them another season or two, and they'll be knocking on the door of that first team, and that's great. Big shout out to Weeman though. That burst he did at the end, where he went about a good full 60 odd metres up the park. I'm not taking any of that away from him. It was an amazing run at a great part of the game, and that just shows what he can do. Great determination. So here's the cup. And there we go. Ulverston Rugby champions, top 4 playoff, the Barrow District League. Fantastic, Steve. Really enjoyed myself. So what we'll do, we'll let them enjoy the game now, the rest of the night, should I say. And from LA12 live streams, just like to thank everybody who's out there listening. Thank Paulie for coming down doing his bit. We had Ollie in doing his bit. Unfortunately, Cresta couldn't get in. I know they're out training. He said he would come, and we'll get him next time, no doubt in the Barton Townley. And we'll ask them awkward questions we're going to ask. From me to Alan Moses, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much, and go and have a beer on us.